guys, so today I'm going to be talking about the Coastal Scents Hot Pots and the custom palette that I made. I just scratched myself on the chin. That's nice. So anyway, I'm going to be going one by one and telling you the name of each hot pot and swatches, and I'm going to be telling you the price of everything, so it's all going to be covered. Let's get on into it. So first of all, this is what my palette looks like. I just arranged them kind of like the ones that I would use the most and then kind of went down the line. So that's just how I did it, but of course you can arrange your palette however you want. I got the custom 12 shadow palette with a clear lid. They do have one that has a black lid and it has a mirror on the inside, so it's totally up to your personal preference. It costs the exact same amount of money. So they also have a 28 shadow palette, which again has the clear lid or the black lid, but it looks like on here the 28 shadow palette with the black lid does not have a mirror in it. And then there's also a 4 shadow palette that it just comes with the black lid and the mirror. There's no other option. Or you can get a Go Pod, as they call it, which is basically just going to be the single eyeshadow compact, and it does have a clear lid, it looks like. So the single compact is $195. The 4 shadows would be $395 for the compact. The 12 shadow palette is $595. And the 28 shadow palette is $995. And each hot pot themselves cost $195. So I did get mine on sale though. You can wait. I think they have the sale quite often because I've heard a lot of YouTubers talk about it, and that's how I knew to wait for the sale. But yeah, everyone said that, so definitely wait for the sale because everything goes about half price. So just like keep checking their website because they do have sales on there a lot, and so their hot pots and stuff go on sale quite a bit. So then that makes each hot pot around $1 instead of $2. And the palettes are also cut in half, so I got this for around $3 instead of around $6. I also like that it has a clear lid that does feel like very sturdy, hasn't broken or cracked on me yet, so here's hoping, but it does feel like really sturdy and nice. And that way, like, I can see everything that's in it, so if I wanted to get another one, I wouldn't have to like open them up to see which one is which I'm actually thinking about maybe getting another one way in the future. Don't need any more palettes right now, but I would like some more like colorful shadows that I could play with that maybe I wouldn't wear as often as this. For this one, I really wanted to make my perfect everyday sort of palette. So we're going to get on into each shadow individually. So they pop out really easily and they have the names on the back. This one is called Snow Bunny and it is a matte white, and then they do pop in really easily as well. So that is what Snow Bunny looks like. It's a really nice matte white shade, not like too super pigmented, but just pigmented enough to show up well. So you can use this as a brow bone highlight, you can use it to set your primer or whatever on your eyes. I like to use it for that, or I use it sometimes under my eyes to help brighten up any dark spots that might remain, because my under eyes are very dark naturally. It feels very creamy and nice, and that is a running theme with these. They're very creamy, very nice. I did my entire eye look today with them, and I'll tell you each shade as I get to it. I didn't get any fallout or anything like that. They were super easy to blend, very pigmented, just really nice, like good quality shadows. Plus I was like looking around for kind of a custom palette type of thing because I really wanted to make my own like perfect palette, like I said. And this was the cheapest one that I could find. The rest of them they got pretty expensive, you know, once you put the whole entire palette together, but I put this palette together for probably around $15. Yeah, 15. I just did the math in my head. So around $15, which is not bad, because I did get everything half priced. So again, I would recommend that. So the next shade we have is Caramel Ice. This is what I have in my inner corner today and under my brow bone. It's a beautiful highlight shade. You could also use this all over the lid because it kind of Like, especially if you have fair skin, you could use that all over the lid because it's a very golden. I also love that with these custom palettes, like, you can, once you use up a shade, you can just replace it or like get a new shade like it or something, you know, because I go through like highlighting shades really fast, so a lot of my palettes, those are almost used up or already used up, and then I don't have that shade in that palette and I have to bring it from somewhere else. So it's nice that I can just replace it really quick, you know. By the way, I'll have all of the colors as I mention them in order down below in the description, as well as a link to where you can get all of this stuff. So this next one is Dark Goldenrod. This is one of my favorites. It is a beautiful all over lid shade. It's a really cool golden shade that I think is really unique. It almost has like kind of a red orange duochrome or something, but I just think it's really cool. Like, it has some dimension to it. It's a really unique gold shade that I feel like I don't have in other palettes, so I really like that. I love using that all over the lid. Next we have Chocolatier, which is one of the ones that I heard lots and lots of people talking about as just like the perfect chocolatey brown, and I'm running out of space on the back of my hand, so I think it's time to switch over to the wrist. I don't know why I don't ever remember to just start on the wrist, but for some reason I do not. So I decided I could fit one more on the back of my hand, I don't know. But that right there is Chocolatier. Allergies are hitting me hard. I keep sneezing, my nose is itchy, it's not a fun time. Okay. But that is Chocolatier. It's a super beautiful deep chocolate brown. It almost has like a little hint of purple to it, unless I'm just going crazy, but it's very beautiful. That is it in the pan. This next one is called Persian Peach, and it is the one that I have as my transition shade today, or at least part of my transition. I kind of mix it with the next one. I have a lot of them on my eyes today, so you might not be able to tell individually, but I really love using this one as a transition shade. So there is what Persian Peach looks like. Like, I honestly can't stop staring at it. I don't know, it's so pretty to me. This one is called Tuscany, and this is the other one that I have kind of mixed in as my transition shade. It makes a beautiful kind of deeper transition for me, or you could pack it on a little bit more, darken it up, and make it into like a crease shade or something. Definitely if you have a lighter skin tone, you can do that. There is Tuscany. I looked on the site so many times at that, like trying to decide which all shades I wanted in my palette, and that was like one of the first ones that I picked. I'm in love with it. By the way, I do recommend looking up swatches on any shades that you might be interested in. Hopefully this video helps with that if you are interested in any of these shades, but it's definitely a good idea to look up swatches because the image on the website might be a little bit different from what it actually turns out looking like in the pan, like for real in real life. So definitely look up swatches. This next one is Oktoberfest, another one of my favorites. Absolutely beautiful. Perfect for fall, really. A lot of these shadows are, because that's kind of what I tend to lean towards. That is what that one looks like. It's a really pretty, like, deep burnt orange kind of mixed with brown, you know, like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's super beautiful and, like I said, perfect for fall. I also have that one in my crease today, and like I said, it's one of my favorite shades ever. Perfect way to warm up your eyeshadow look. Then we have Bright Copper, which is what I have all over my lids today. It's amazing. Super pigmented and absolutely no fallout. That is Bright Copper. It's probably the most pigmented one in the palette, I think. From what I remember when I very first swatched every single one of these, that one was the one that blew me away because I like barely had to touch it and it was super duper pigmented, so I am in love with that one. And just as the name entails, it is a beautiful copper shade. Kind of like a pinky copper in my opinion. Then we have Golden Avocado, which I didn't realize when I was looking on the site, but it does kind of look very similar to Dark Goldenrod. I tried to swatch it kind of next to it so that you could see. Obviously Dark Goldenrod is more warm toned, and Golden Avocado, almost forgot the name, is more cool toned and a little bit darker. They do translate a little bit differently on the eyes, but they're two golden shades, so I don't know, unless you're like me and you really love gold eyeshadows, then maybe both of these aren't necessary for you. I feel like I should go ahead and swatch that one in a better place so that you can see it a little bit better. And sorry that I'm speaking to my crotch in like half of this video, but I'm trying to like swatch and talk at the same time, so I just have to keep looking down. It's a mess. But that is Golden Avocado right there. So yeah, it's more of a dark antique gold, whereas this one is a very warm orangey kind of gold. Then we have Light Taupe, which they also had a just regular taupe on there, so I'm not sure exactly what the difference there is, but I got Light Taupe, which for me and my skin tone is still plenty dark, so I feel like just the regular taupe would be better if you have a deeper skin tone, and this one is going to work for most fair or light skin tones. I just feel like a taupe is a very good color for like all palettes, at least in my opinion. I like to have a matte white, a very shimmery light shade for inner corner highlighting and stuff, and a really deep chocolatey brown, and then a taupe, of course, which I don't know why, I feel like a taupe is a very good neutral shade to have in any palette, so I got that one and I really like it. It's also one of the only cool toned shades that I have in the palette. I did want to bring some cool toned shades in here just to kind of split things up a little bit, because I don't always do like everything warm. I like to have a little bit of both sometimes. So then we have Earth Rose. I haven't been telling you like the finishes, which is stupid of me. This one is more of like a satin finish, but it does translate pretty matte on the eye. That is what that one looks like. It's just a really pretty like deep mauve, I guess. I don't really know. I'm not good at describing colors, you guys, but I'm doing my best. This is the only one that I have in the palette that is a satin. And then the last one that I have in the palette is Fine Wine. Now I was expecting this to be more of a burgundy shade, but it kind of came out a little more purple than I had anticipated. I tried to use this on the outer corner a bit, but I don't know how well it showed up with everything. I feel like it wasn't quite dark enough to show up there. To be honest with you, this is the one that I've used the least of in the palette, just because it wasn't exactly the shade that I was expecting. Again, do your research. I tried, but it just, for some reason, it looked more red in the swatches that I saw. But it's definitely more of a purpley shade here. I do have this underneath on the lower lash line, but I'm not sure how well you can see it because I also have Oktoberfest on the lower lash line and whatever this peach one is called. What is it called? Persian Peach. I also have Persian Peach just to kind of blend everything. That is all of these swatches plus all of that mess. Anyway, as you can see, they're all very pigmented. None of them are powdery or chalky or anything. They all go on super smooth. I have not experienced any fallout with these shadows, but like I said, do your research. These particular shadows are very good, but I did see a few negative reviews on the site for some of the other shadows. They do have the reviews on the actual Coastal Scents website, so it is all there. Overall, most of the reviews for most of the Hot Pots were positive. They have lots and lots of different shade options, so you really can customize your own personal palette that's going to be perfect for you. I'm really happy with the way that mine turned out. I'm super happy with the quality of the shadows as well as all of the colors. I just wish this one had been a bit more red, but I still do like the shade. I just feel like it doesn't work quite as well with the rest of the palette as I would have hoped. My overall thoughts are that these are really good products for a really inexpensive price. Do I think they're as good as some high-end quality shadows? No, probably not, but they are really good. They are better than most would be in this price range, and they were, again, the cheapest like custom made palette thing that I could find. Like I said, I got this entire 12 pan eyeshadow palette for 15 bucks. So that's a really good price. Anyway, those are all my thoughts on it. If you have tried out any of these shadows, let me know what you think in the comments. Hopefully this video helped you guys out in picking out your own custom palette from Coastal Scents if that's what you want to do. And if you did like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel down below, leave a comment telling me what other kinds of videos you want to see from me in the future, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye guys!